Mike here from Dynamic Gorilla with update number 2 for Dungeon Doors. Right now we are currently sitting at about a smidge over $9,000. So a big thank you out there to everyone in the Kickstarter community who has gotten us to this point. Today's video, I just wanted to touch on two things really quick. One, I wanted to debut somewhere around over here in this area. Possibly I should be with the power of After Effects or Premiere or Paint or whatever I'm going to be using to edit this. Gublin mechanic. Bing! Maybe right there, hopefully. So we had our artist work around the clock to bring this guy to life. That was unlocked a little earlier this week, and thus put up the next stretch goal for our Croaker Pirate, which should hopefully be coming on right around the corner. So this guy here, take a gander. He'll be below, I believe, in the campaign area, and then we'll probably also have him on our Facebook and our Instagram, so you go check him out there. Second thing I wanted to touch on is the we've been getting a frequently asked, semi-frequently asked, we've been asked questions about custom rule sets for the game. We've gotten a few direct messages, and also I believe there were a couple questions in the comment area about any sort of custom rule set, like a 2-player version of the game, a 1-player version. And I just want to touch on those really quick here in this video. But before I talk about those, just wanted to talk a little bit about the development of the game and why we are coming to the decision we are about these rule sets. So when we first started making the game, we had the game heavily packed with rules, and we were trying to cover as many scenarios as we could for things that would come up in these rooms. And what was happening was when our players were playing, and especially when they were playing as the Door Master, they would run into a room, have a question about a scenario. Like a common one was when you fight the Chimera, does the party have to pick which head to attack, or does it get that detailed? So we used to have in the rules, we used to have details in there about, they attack whichever specific one in the order, and then they go away. It didn't really matter. We were just trying to provide an answer that the Door Master could then tell the party. There was a lot of those, and the rule books were getting big. And for a game that's supposed to be quick and fun, there was a lot of flipping back into the book to figure that out. So what we ended up doing is we eradicated all these little tiny rules, and we, in the rule book, which is much thinner now, we give you just the basics that you need to actually play the game. So things like how to roll for initiative, or picking a party leader, things like that we've put into the rule book, where it just teaches you just what you need to know just to play. A lot of the rule sets are on the card, so we didn't have to have a lot of stuff in the rules to back those up. So that came to the part with a little bit of the custom rule stuff, a little bit of the homebrew for the game. We wanted to have freedom for our players to just come up with what they thought was fun while playing the game. And a lot more enjoyment. We started seeing a lot more enjoyment from the game when we did that. People were enjoying where they could have one experience with one friend, then when they were the Door Master, they could provide a different type of experience for their players. And not a huge drastic difference, but for instance, when I am the Door Master, I'll give all the heroes at the beginning a treasure card. Regardless whether or not that hero already starts with a treasure card, that hero will just have 2. But everybody gets dealt a treasure card. Just makes the Allows a little bit more strategic planning with items at the beginning. It makes things a little bit easier for the heroes to start, just in case I want to throw some hard stuff at them at the beginning. Harrison, he likes to, when we start the game, he doesn't give anybody a treasure card, but if your hero starts with one, then they get one. So when we play the game with him, it's a little bit harder. But it fits his play style. So it's a different type of experience, just with the two of our styles when we play Dungeon Doors. So that kind of brings me to the questions about 1-player and 2-player game. What we decided to do at that point when we loosened up all the rules is we want to dedicate a portion of our page, either on dynamicgorilla.com or on dungeondoorsgame.com, wherever this will land. That's undetermined right now. But what we're going to do is on the webpage, we're going to have a section on there for people to submit the way that they play Dungeon Doors. So we want to see the community's homebrew rules and have a place for them to share that, so other members of the community could go there and check that out as well. So we'll have somewhat of like a forum or something. I'm not sure, but it's going to be on a webpage. We're going to have the ability to go in there, and you can maybe go see and rate them. This is still up in the air, so this is subject to change, with a little asterisk on this video. But we're hoping to maybe have a place where people can go and just see like maybe a highly rated one. Some of them on there, if we get some fun looking ones, we'll play them like on our stream and test those out and maybe feature them on the page as well too. Just so that, we keep the game fresh, and, just see how other people like to play this game. So, I mean, that hopefully answers the question there about 1-player, 2-player game. We have friends that have tried doing 1-player. I believe their method of play was like they would have like 2 or 3 heroes themselves that they would play. They would have the deck of the Doormaster cards. They would shuffle the deck and just lay out a random 3. They had no idea, of course, what they are. They can flip over the first one. It could be an exit. They have no idea. But they just try to get through the dungeon that way. And they just lay out the cards. If it's a creature, then they would roll for that creature themselves. And just try to escape the dungeon. So we're hoping, maybe we can get that refined down a little bit and we can share that with you guys. We'll definitely be trying to figure out our own different type of rule sets for these, and we can share them with the community as well. But we really want to make this Dungeon Doors, feel very much like a big community game where everyone can share their fun way to play. So that should do it for this update. We should have another one possibly coming up a little bit soon. Coming up soon. And that one, we might be talking about the next stretch goal, something like that, or if we get more of the same question coming in, we'll tackle those. But for probably a little bit more frequent updates, you can check out our Instagram at Dynamic Gorilla, or our Facebook, facebook.com/thedynamicgorilla. Also, this weekend, the weekend of August 9th. So August 9th, 10th, and 11th, we will be over at the Game On Expo here in Phoenix. So if you are attending the Game On Expo, whether or not you've backed the game or not, or you just happen to see this video, come on by, check out the game. We'll gladly run a demo for you at our booth. If you want to experience the full game, we'll have full games running at our gaming table that's being hosted by Crit Hit, over in a nearby section of the gaming hall. So feel free to drop on by, say hello, test the game, hang out, chat us up, whatever you want to do. Until next time, I'll see you then.